And as you're concentrated now on getting yourself grounded, as you look down at your feet, do you tell me, are you wearing anything on your feet? What do you imagine is there?
The bare feet.
They're bare feet. And as you look at these feet and connect with that body, just take a while just for you to get acclimatized to that body. And tell me, does that body feel female or male?
Well, I was told that it was a female.
Female.
I was told that before. So.
And how old do you feel that you are?
I'm told 40 years old.
You're 40 years old. Well, I want you now to take note of what you're wearing. Describe to me what you're wearing and what colours they are.
It's like a shift dress. It seems to be mauve. But it's not just a plain mauve, it's got several different shades of mauve.
How wonderful. And I want you now to look around your area, see your landscape, and tell me, is it day or night where you are?
It's just day.
It's daytime. And do you sense that you're alone, or are there people around you?
I'm told I'm alone.
You're alone. And as you look around this landscape, I want you to describe it to me. Are you by a beach or in a town or by the mountains? Look around. What do you sense?
I'm in a forest.
You're in a forest. And if you're 40 years old, you'll know your name. What do people call you in that life?
Mary.
Mary. Well, good afternoon, Mary. Thank you for working with me today. Mary, I want you to walk around that forest for me. Just see yourself putting one foot in front of the other there. And tell me, what are you in the forest for? Do you live there or are you having a walk?
I feel that, in a sense, I was a healer in that life.
You were a healer.
In other words, it was like a sort of a pagan lady that people came to for help.
And I want you now to focus on the country that you're in. And what's your first impression? The first country that springs to mind?
I'm told this is Germany.
Germany. And in a moment, I'm going to tap you on the forehead. And when I tap you on the forehead, you'll see some numbers, and these will be the year in that time. So when you're ready, 3, 2, and 1. What year is it there?
It's 1000 and something.
1000 and
I think 1099, something like that.
99. Very good. And do you live alone, Mary, in the woods? Or do you are you with a community?
No, I live alone.
You live alone. And what kind of people come to you? You say you're a healer.
I've had this. I have been told in a past life that, try to think what they call it, like a nurse mother, where people from a community would come to me for health issues.
Well, now we've got all the information from there, Mary, what I want to do is to close that scene. And what we're going to do is we're going to close that scene, but stay in the same timeline and go forward to another important time where something is happening in that life. So when you're ready, just close that scene. See yourself closing that scene now. Allow your mind to go drifting and floating forward, drifting and floating through time and space to another significant time in that life. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, you're going to be there. So when you're ready, 3, still drifting and floating forward. 2, to another significant time in that life. And 1, be there now. And tell me, how old do you feel now?
I am 50.
You're 50. Are you still the same person?
Yes.
And look around and tell me, are you still in the forest or are you somewhere else?
Yes, I'm still in the forest.
And what's so important about this scene? Look around and describe to me what's going on. What's happening in that scene?
People have become afraid of me.
People are afraid of you?
Because they sense that I have a power.
Because of your power?
Yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
Nervous.
Nervous. But do they still come to you?
But they fear me. The fear is quite deep.
The fear is deep. So tell me what's actually happening in this scene that you've brought me to. Is there a particular person that has come to see you?
The leader of this local village.
The leader?
I'm feeling that he is jealous of my power.
He's jealous?
And it seems as though he's turning the people against me.
Oh, right. So they've not actually come to support you. He's actually organising them to turn people against you.
Yes.
And as you see this scene unfold, tell me what happens there. Has he brought all the community out to you?
There's a lot of people there.
And how do you feel about all of this?
I'm frightened.
You're frightened. So what does this leader then do? Just see the scene acting out.
There is some connection here.
There's a soul connection to the leader?
No. There is a connection between me and this group of people. They've come to rely on me to help them when they have children, when the children have problems, when the old people have problems and they're starting to die. And I've become linked to them. I think the problem is that they want me to go, but I'm worried for them, because if I go, who will look after them?
Yeah. And tell me, in that scene, do you leave the wood? What happens? Totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. You'll be able to talk to me and describe to me exactly what happened there.
When I can't decide whether I should go or stay, they take it as a no. So I'm murdered.
You're murdered. So as we've come to the end of that life, knowing that your soul lives on, I want you now to lift your soul out of that body so that your soul is about 3 foot above the body. And as you look down at that body, tell me, do you feel that you did well in that life, that you achieved what you wanted to achieve?
It's a typical woman's life where they put other people's needs in front of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And although I haven't really gained from that life, the community that I supported did.
I see. So now that you know that you are soul, just feel yourself now drifting from left to right. So easy to be able to move. And I want you to feel your awesomeness and your power. And whilst you're waiting there now, it's usual that someone or something comes to collect you from source to take you back home. So what I want you to do is I want you to look around, and as I continue to talk to you, see if you can notice someone or something drawing towards you now, getting closer and closer until they're in front of you. And tell me, what is it that you see?
I think it's a sort of angel.
Mm-hmm. And what colour is this angel?
Mauvey pink.
Mauvey pink. Mm-hmm. Allow that angel to come forward. Ask her to draw forward. And what I want you to do is, I want you as the energy soul to step right into that angel's energy and be totally absorbed by that mauvey pink energy. And tell me how you feel now.
It's like she's put her arms around me.
Mm-hmm. And now that you are soul and you can communicate with spirit, does this angel have a message for you? Just telepathically communicate, mind to mind, and see what you get.
My suffering is now over.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want you to allow her to take you now up to your soul group, your soul family, or wherever it is that you decide to go. And I'm coming with you. So just feel yourself floating and drifting up and up and up and up now.
Can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
My soul family were those that abused me in this life. I don't really have a connection with them. No.
Well, let's just see where you go then. So as you go drifting and floating upwards, just allow this angel, this mauve pink energy, to take you to where they want you to be, drifting and floating through time and space now, until you finally settle in a place. And as she rests there, look around and tell me, where is this angel taken you to? What do you sense is around you?
Trees and flowers.
Mm-hmm. And is this a place to restore your body, or are you there for a purpose?
Yes, it's a place of healing.
Mm-hmm. And whilst you're in this forest, do you sense that there are any other souls around you now? Just connect and see if there are any other souls around you.
I'm told that there is a soul of the headman of this village that had me murdered.
Mm-hmm. Well, ask him to come forward. Invite him to come forward. You can telepathically communicate with him and ask him for the message of why you had that lesson. What was the purpose of that?
Something about balance.
Balance, karma, balance. Mm-hmm.
See, I think what happened there was that I put other people's needs in front of my own. And in a sense I was selfless.
Mm-hmm.
My only desire was to help them. And initially it seemed to be okay. But I think that the head man feared loss of status, and I suppose darkness must have come in, and
Yeah.
because I couldn't disconnect from the people because I'd been there for many years, and I was sort of worried that what would happen if I left.
Well, what I want to do now is I want you to make an intention to call on your elders. So as you're there now, just relaxing, taking deep breaths in, make that intention to call on your elders and draw them close. And tell me, how many elders do you see?
I'm told 8.
8. And this group of elders, what is the purpose of them working with you? What is it that you do?
In a sense, it's guidance.
Guidance.
Because in a sense, I'm a link between these evolved people and the earth.
A link between these evolved people. Well, I want you to invite one of those evolved people to come forward now. I want you to invite now, make an intention, call on them now to come forward. And I want a spokesperson from that evolved race to come forward and describe to me, what do they look like?
They're quite tall.
Yeah. And what colour are they?
Golden.
Golden?
Yes.
And how do you communicate with these beings?
Mind to mind.
So telepath? Well, I want you to telepathically communicate with this evolved being and ask them, are you part of their race and had a life on Earth? Or are they monitoring you in some way? What is the purpose of you working with them?
They are advanced spiritually, and I'm their link with the earth.
And why do they need that link? What is it that they use you for?
To bring understanding and to help people to be more humane.
And ask them, do they give you messages in your dream state?
Not so much now, but they may have done in the past.
So what I want to do now is, now I've got that information, is to close that scene, and I want you to imagine that you are just scanning your body from top to toe, just a light beam scan all the way from the top of the head, down the face, across the shoulders, down the torso, to the hips, to the knees, all the way down to the feet. And I want you to scan all the way up. And I want you to do that a few times so that you can sense the energy in your body. And tell me if there's something that we can work on anywhere. So can you sense anywhere in the body where we can work on today?
Sacral.
Where is that?
Sacral.
Your sacral centre. So what I want you to do is describe to me, how does that energy feel? Is it heavy? Is it jagged? Is it light?
There's a lot of past stuff that's not good.
So it's the past that needs clearing. So what I want you to do is, I want you to call on your inner self and your guidance now to go down to that sacral chakra and begin to draw that chakra and that energy towards your throat. So when you're ready, bring it up, 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 up to the throat. And talk to me energy. So what are you doing hiding in the sacral?
Our memories of the past.
Memories of the past. So what do these memories do to him now? What symptoms do they cause him if they're stuck there in the chakra?
Something about past decisions that were wrong, but it's like you make a decision for other people and you ignore your own needs.
I see. But these memories aren't serving him today. No. They need clearing. So what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine that you're going down into your sacral area and see all these memories and all those ties that you have, and begin to pull those ties and those memories out. I want you to totally start to pull those memories out, just as if you were pulling the weeds up in a garden. And I'm going to bring some stones to you now. And I'm going to place these around the sacral chakra. And this is going to change the vibration of the sacral chakra and make these memories very loose. They can no longer hold into that particular area. And see yourself just pulling them all out.
Can we release these?
Yeah. And what I want you to do is, that's right, just allow them to come out now. Bring them all out. And I'm going to place my hand on your tummy. And as I place my hand on your tummy, just draw all those memories out now and bring them into my hand, because we're going to take them to source. We're going to take them back to source. Bring them all up and tell me, have we got them all?
It's like a plate, and it's on the plate.
Just keep bringing them all up, bringing them all up. And I'm calling on Archangel Michael now to come down.
Don't do that, please. Call on someone else.
I'll call on Archangel Raphael.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. I'm calling on Raphael now to come down, and I want him to beam his presence and his energy into that sacral area. So he's sealing and healing and pouring all the love into that sacral area that he needs. Feel all the energy in there change as the sacral chakra begins to cleanse, getting brighter and brighter, and see it turning to its optimum level, shining, energetic and clear. And now he's taking that dark energy and those memories from you, and see him now lifting them up and taking them to spirits, back to source, so that they can be cleansed and replenished.
Can you replace with positive energy, please?
Taking them back to source, where they will turn them all into positive energy.
But can you replace them with new positive energies?
So as I now connect here, I want Goddess Isis and Archangel Raphael to come forward on the colour rays of blue and green. And I want the colour ray of green now to go into that area, to calm this area, bring in positivity and abundance. Feel how those muscles relax now. And Archangel Raphael bringing in the colour ray blue, blue as the ocean, the calm sea. And just see all that wonderful sea energy washing over this sacral chakra. See it calming, loving, filling this chakra up now with all the positive energy of the ocean. And then we'll seal that in. Thank you. Take a look at the body now and tell me, is there anywhere else that we can heal today?
The back of my head.
The back of your head. I'll come round for that. And tell me, is it the left or the right, or right in the back of your head?
It's about here.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect with that energy.
So I had some problems with some people from Alpha Centauri and the dark. And they brought a lot of dark energy into the back of my head.
Well, let's talk to this energy, because I'm going to bring this energy forward to the throat so we can find out exactly what's going on. So when you're ready, I'm going to bring it round, forward. Talk to me, energy. What are you doing there in the throat area? How did you get in the back of the neck?
I was brought here to do harm.
You were brought to do harm. Is that your job? You were sent. Who was it that sent you?
The dark wanted to harm the soul.
Is that because this soul is light?
Yes.
Well, now you've been found, it's time for you to be returned or go back to source. Would you like to go back to source? To be relieved of your duties? To feel love?
I've never known love.
Well, allow me to put my hand here. And before you leave, do you have anything to say to my client?
I regret what was done.
Thank you. So what I want you to do now is, you know where you've been in this head. I want you to go round this head now, into the scalp, into those muscles, all of those veins, where you have placed all those memories and those insecurities, and see yourself now drawing them to my hand. See them now being drawn up and up and up and up into my hand. And my hand is like a magnet. And the more I talk, the stronger and stronger my hand becomes, as it is a magnet for negative energy, drawing it out of your body. Just see all those memories unravelling and untying from those muscles, lifting out of your head now and into my hand until I've got them all. And have I got you all now, energy?
A little bit more.
Just keep bringing it out now. And I'll ask Archangel Gabriel to come forward, to shine his light into the back of the head. And I want you to go in and just do one last check and just gather up all those tiny fragments.
Yeah, there's still a few tiny fragments left.
Just bring them up. Go around sweeping them up, just a few more tiny fragments. That's right. And now put all that energy into my hand. Are we ready to be released now? To go to source, to be loved.
And transmuted.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to gather that now and take it from your head, offer it up to the universe, to be directed to source, to be healed with positive, loving energy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now place my hand here, and I'm going to call on Archangel Gabriel to bring the colour orange, the vibrance of the colour orange, the citrine crystal. And I want him to place that crystal inside this area here. citrine being the crystal of abundance, of joy, of fulfillment. And as that crystal ignites and activates inside your head, feel it permeating throughout your head now, instilling a message that all is well and that you are now filled with abundance and love and positivity. And just feel that going all the way around your head, soaking into every cell and fibre. And I'll tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So now that we've cleared those energies, I want to ask you a few questions. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to connect with your inner self that knows all your lives, to ask the question of what happened when you were with that tribe. What was the name of that tribe? Just see yourself there now.
I'm told Shoshone.
Shoshone? And describe to me what happened to you there in that tribe. How old are you? Totally detached from pain and emotion. You survived that life and you went back to spirit. Just seeing the scene as an observer, just like watching a TV screen. So what happened in that life?
The tribe were running from the US cavalry.
You tried running from the cavalry?
The US cavalry,
Yeah. And what happened?
We didn't make it.
You didn't make it? Were you killed?
Eventually.
Eventually. So what happened to you before then?
I was raped.
You was raped. And where do you hold that memory in this body today? In here. So I want to connect there now. I want you to go in now and to bring out that memory, because that memory is a lesson and it's not meant to be a life sentence for today. So go in, you've had that lesson, you've achieved and accomplished. Go in now and begin to draw that memory out. See it now, unlodging out of this tummy area, bringing it up and up and up into my hand. Oh, I can feel that energy coming out now. Wow. Bringing it out, bringing it out. Archangel Gabriel, go in there now and help me. That's right. Just bringing out that energy. Archangel Gabriel, go in and change the vibration of this area. Change the vibration so that negative energy has nowhere to hold on, and just see it now slipping easily into my hand. And have I got that energy now? Have I got that memory? Have I got all that memory? Because we don't need it in the body anymore, do we? Keep bringing it up, 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 up. That's right.
Release, 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 release. All ages known from highest to masculine.
And have I got that energy in my hand now? That memory? Bring it out. You don't need it anymore. It's too heavy to carry. It was a lesson, not a life sentence. Just bring it out now. Just let go. Have I got it all now?
A little bit more left.
Coming up and up and up and up and up. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that from you now and offer that up to the universe. I'm going to offer it up to Source, to nurture it, to love it, and bring it back to positivity. So what shall we replace in that centre there? What to heal that place? The loving pink energy of Goddess Isis. So as I place my hand here now, I want you to see that beautiful quartz crystal now being placed into your centre now, and feel it activating this area. And as it vibrates and activates, it's sending the vibration of love throughout your body. Just feel that humming away, the sound and the vibration going through every cell. And notice how those cells soften and all their scars are healed as this pink energy fills your tummy area, and the more you need, the more you shall have. That's right, until you're completely full. And I seal that in. So tell me, there's another question about the Pleiades. What's going on with those? Why does he get visits from them, or does he go to them?
They come to me.
And what's the purpose of them coming to you? Do they need something from you, or do they give you something?
Both.
Well, describe to me so that I can understand. What do they do?
They want to help the earth.
Describe these Pleiades to me. What do they look like?
They're not tall, but they're not small.
What colour are they?
I can't really discern.
Are they a good race?
Yes.
And how many of them come down to Earth to help Earth? Is it just a few, or are there a lot?
Is this what they do to the earth, or how they work with me?
How they work with you and other people? Do they come down to work with other people as well?
So is this the goddesses that come down to help the earth?
Yeah.
Without my being in the frame? Or
yeah, do they help the earth as well?
this is something to do with the altering the yin and yang energies of the planet. It's more the energies.
The yin-yang energies. So if they're trying to alter the energies, yeah, how is it out of balance? Is it more male or more female at the moment?
Unfortunately, it's more male.
And they're bringing the energy into line?
They're helping to do this. But also the goddesses from the Pleiades are healing the earth, or they will heal the earth. Because once the overt yang energies are toned down to give a more balance between the yin and yang, the earth will eventually heal itself.
How wonderful. You tell me that you had a visitation this morning and you saw 4 goddesses from the Pleiades.
I didn't actually see them, but I was aware of them.
Yeah. And what was the reason for their presence this morning?
To calm me down and to release a lot of anxiety and stress that I've been normally carrying.
Yeah.
And they've sort of dealt with that first.
Tell me, are they the ones that have guided you towards me? Are they the ones that guided you towards me? Or was it somebody else?
John Richardson has been guided to help me. And he drew your attention to me rather than directly to you, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. And can I ask you about this earth karma? If you're working with the Pleiades, trying to balance the earth, it sounds as if you're falling into a natural state of balancing everything up, bringing karma.
No disrespect, but the two are different.
Right. Describe to me. It's interesting.
As far as I understand, there is a lot of karma on the earth that is not being dealt with. People are asleep, they don't understand. So starseeds have to come here and help to release the dark energies.
Mm-hmm.
And as the dark energies get less, so the energies of the earth start to change, and the propensity to do dark things get less.
I see. Where do these star seeds come from? Ask them. Do they come from different planets or one particular?
I can't really answer that. All I know is that the powers of light ask the starseeds to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's open. Anyone can come, provided their intentions are correct.
I see. Thank you for that. And I wanted to ask where your soul is from. Is it from source or is it from a different area?
I'm told my soul is not from Vega, which I was a bit worried about.
Your soul is not from Vega?
No.
Mm-hmm. Do they actually tell you where your soul is from?
I'm getting the impression it's Andromeda.
Andromeda. Mm-hmm. So you're part of the Andromeda people?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, what's the purpose of the Andromeda people? What do they do?
They help the earth to move into the light.
I see, thank you. And he talks to me about being murdered in Egypt. I want you to go back in time to that life and see that scene and describe to me. You're just an observer. What was going on there? Sorry. Describe to me what was going on in Egypt. What year was it in the country of Egypt there?
The time of Pharaoh Akhenaten.
The time of?
Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Pharaoh Akhenaten. Mm-hmm. And tell me, why was he murdered? Or was he murdered? As he remembered the experience in a particular way?
I sacrificed my life to help others.
You sacrificed your life to help others. Oh, I can see a theme running here. As when you were a female in the forest, you sacrificed your life to help others. Are you able to let that memory go now, as it's served its purpose now? Where are you holding that memory in the body?
In the heart.
In the heart. So as I connect with your heart now, I want you to slowly just open that heart area now and allow that memory of that life
It's the heart and lungs.
to just come into my hand.
It's the heart and lungs.
Just feel it going round all the lungs and the heart. Feel my energy as if my hands can go deep inside you. Feel my energy collecting all that now. That's right. Oh, it's a heavy energy. Bringing it forward into my hand, drawing it all out. It's very sluggish. Keep bringing that thick liquid into my hand. That's right, just draw it up, draw it up. And tell me, have I got all that energy into my hand now?
Not quite, a little bit more.
And as I talk, this energy gets weaker and weaker until it completely has no grip at all and it just easily slips. That's right. Have I got it all now?
Yeah, I would reckon so.
So I'm going to take that from you, offer that up to the universe for Source to replenish it. So what shall we put in your heart centre now that we've removed that memory?
I'm picking out a green energy of some description.
So I want the goddess of nature to come forward. And I want her to bring that wonderful warm breeze that she has, the wind and the breeze, and I want her to now just blow in all the energy of the forest. See her now as that breeze goes into your heart. Feel that energy now swirling around all those muscles, going into those veins.
And my lungs, please.
Let's now move from the heart area and make your way to those lungs and feel that wonderful cooling breeze that you have, that spring breeze full of fresh energy and love and light. Feel it now swirling around your lungs, just blowing away all those cobwebs, all those memories, just filling you completely up, filling you up and up and up until you're full. And I'm going to seal that in there. That's good. So now that we've asked all those questions, is there anything else that you want to talk to me about before you come back? Do they have a message for me or for you or for the world? Ask them.
Has all this dark karma that my soul was attracted at that time in the tribe of the Shoshone, is it now gone from my physical body?
Yeah, totally. So what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine that there is a light around you, just a ring of light, and I want you to see that light now getting stronger and stronger and brighter and brighter. And now I want you to see that light turning into a clockwise direction. See it getting faster and faster and faster, completely sealing you in this white light, this protective shell. And now I want you to see this white light now turning into a golden ring. A golden ring with a violet flame all around it, completely protecting your body. That's right, sealing you from all negativity now. No negativity can come in, and all the energy, that negative energy, is being released. So you're free from negativity now, totally protected. That's right. So now that we've come to the end of our session, I just want you to take some nice deep breaths in and make your way back, just respecting your journey, listening to my voice, feeling comfortable, knowing that you're coming back into the room. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, come back to the room.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad I got rid of all that. I've had 6 years of sleep state problems and I won't have that anymore.
Yeah, a lot of healing.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Good.
Okay. Well, I'll just turn this off now.